Welcome back. So now we can grab data from a REST API, and that's awesome. But there's a few things here I'm not satisfied with, so I'm going to do a few changes, and then we'll start expanding on our Angular application, right? Step one is, rumor says that since Angular4.4.3, a new way of actually communicating over HTTP has shown up, and we're going to start using that because they're going to kind of, at least what I hear, they're going to deprecate this guy, so we don't want to use that. And another thing is we can get rid of this mapping here, and we can actually map in a different way. So I'm going to do that this lesson. I'm going to switch this guy from HTTP into an HTTP client. It's just another way of getting the data. It's the same idea. So you're not going to see a huge difference in your application, except we're going to use another way of grabbing the data using something called the HTTP client. So let's start out by just getting that new module into our system. And when you want to grab a new module, go into app modules, right? And in here, you go into your imports inside the app modules. And there you can actually now add a new one called the HTTP client module. There we go. And he pops up here as well. And I don't want the old one anymore. I don't want the HTTP module, so I'll just remove that one. Yes, I know that we're changing code here, but I'm doing it to show you guys how it was and how it's going to be. Sweet, so that's out of the way. Now we have the module available here. Let's try to actually use it inside our service. So I'm jumping into the customer service, and inside the customer service, we're going to switch here from using the HTTP into using the HTTP client. There we go. So now we have the HTTP client, and of course that wants an import. So I just add Angular common HTTP, and there we go. And as soon as I remove this guy, you can see it's grayed out, meaning I do not need that one anymore, so I'll just remove it. Okay, so that was two steps. Now we've gotten rid of the old way of talking HTTP. We got the new HTTP client ready to use, and now we just need to figure out how to actually use it. Now to use this one, we have to, instead of map this guy, it's a lot easier, right? Because what you have to do is actually, before you actually start putting in the parentheses, you'll just add a typecast right here. You'll add that I want to convert the JSON that will come back, automatically I'll convert that into an array of customers. So that's actually how easy this line right here is being converted now into this single line right here. And then it'll figure out to get the JSON and convert it into a list of customers for me. So notice that's a lot easier to read for us. And that's also a lot easier when we start doing the post and put and delete. It'll also help us do that. So we're just going to use this client instead. There we go. Let's see if the code still runs, because it does. The lesson is over. Let me try and run this. There we go. We still have all our beautiful customers, and they're all still coming from this URL right here. So we're done. Let's wrap it up right here and see you in the next lesson.